Welcome to my Colombia stories. This one's raw. Tonight's tale comes from Tyler, 29 years old, tech sales out of Austin. This guy had travelled before Bangkok, Mexico City, Barcelona, knew about tourist scams, knew about girls who worked the clubs, thought he was too smart to fall for the obvious traps. Tyler came to Cartagena for a week. Solo trip. Decompress from work, soak up some sun, maybe meet someone interesting. What happened to Tyler over 9 hours will make you never accept a drink from anyone ever again. Let's get into it. I landed in Cartagena on a Monday afternoon. February. Hot as hell, but that Caribbean coast heat that doesn't feel as heavy as you'd expect. Checked into a boutique hotel in the old city, near Plaza de Santo Domingo. The kind of spot with a rooftop bar and good reviews from other solo travellers. First 2 days were standard tourist shit. Walked the walls at sunset, hit Castillo San Felipe. I take ceviche at 5 different places trying to find the best one. Drank Club Colombia at sidewalk cafes. Watched street performers hustle tourists. I wasn't looking for trouble. Wasn't looking for anything really. Just wanted to exist somewhere that wasn't Austin for a week. Wednesday night I was lying in bed scrolling Tinder, because that's what you do when you're 29 and single in a foreign city. Most profiles were obvious. Instagram models with 3 photos, girls in bikinis. Looking for generous friends in the bio, party girls with Snapchat handles. I swiped left on all of them. I'd been around enough to know what that meant. Then I saw Leidy. 5 photos, normal photos. Her at a restaurant with friends, her at Playa Blanca. Selfie in what looked like medical scrubs. Another one at a coffee shop with a book. Profile said she was 26. Dental assistant. From Cartagena. Bio is in Spanish and English. I love my city. I love good conversation and good food. Not here for games or tourists looking for a quick night. Real connections only. That last line got me. Real connections only. I swiped right. We matched instantly. She messaged first. Texas, let me guess. You're here for a week and you've already been to Cafe Del Mar twice. I laughed. She wasn't wrong. I'd been once. Guilty, but only once so far. That place is for tourists who want to say they watched the sunset in Cartagena. I can show you better spots. We messaged back and forth for 20 minutes. She asked what I'd seen. I told her. She said I was doing it all wrong. Las Bovedas. That's where they sell overpriced junk to cruise ship people. You want real Cartagena, you need to go to Basurto Market. Or walk around Getsemaní during the day. See the street art. She wasn't trying to impress me, wasn't flirting heavy, just talking. Like a local annoyed that another gringo was doing the generic tour. What do you do? She asked. Tech sales, software. Boring. Doesn't sound boring, sounds like you can work from anywhere. Pretty much. That's why I'm here. Lucky. I'm stuck cleaning teeth 40 hours a week. We messaged Thursday, then Friday. Nothing heavy. She'd send me photos of food she was eating. Ask how my day went. Tell me about difficult patients. This guy today came in wanting his teeth whitened but wouldn't stop drinking coffee during the consultation. Like, sir, I can't help you if you won't help yourself. It felt normal, that's what got me. She felt normal. Saturday morning she asked if I had plans that night. Not really, probably just wander around, find some food. I get off work at 8. Want to meet up? I can show you a good spot in Getsemaní. Locals only. Yeah, I'm in. Actually, the place I'm thinking of gets really packed on Saturdays. Want to just meet at my apartment? We can have a drink first. Decide if we want to go out, or just stay in and talk. I hesitated. Not because it seemed sketchy, because it seemed forward. Unless that's weird, she added. I know some guys get nervous meeting at someone's place. No, not weird. Sounds good. She sent me her address. Calle de la Sierpa. Getsemaní. I Google mapped it. Right in the middle of the tourist area. Restaurants, bars, people everywhere. Safe. I showed up at 9, wearing jeans and a button-down. Carrying a bottle of wine from a tienda near my hotel. 12,000 pesos, about $3. Her building was typical Cartagena colonial. Bright yellow walls, heavy wooden door. Balconies with plants hanging over the edge. I rang the buzzer for apartment 3. She answered through the intercom. Tyler! That's me. The door buzzed. I walked up narrow stairs to the 3rd floor. She was waiting in the doorway. Looked like her photos, jeans, white tank top. Hair in a ponytail. Barefoot. Smiling. You found it. Wasn't hard. Come in. The apartment was small but clean. One bedroom, living room with a couch and a flat-screen TV. Tiny kitchen, bathroom I could see from the door. Clothes draped over a chair, sandals by the door, a stack of glamour magazines in Spanish on the coffee table. A framed photo of her with an older woman. Her mum, probably. It felt lived in, real. Sorry about the mess, I just got home an hour ago. It's not messy. She took the wine, looked at the label. This is actually good. You didn't just grab the cheapest one. I asked the guy at the tienda what was decent. She laughed, opened it, poured 2 glasses. We sat on the couch. The wine tasted fine. Nothing special, but nothing wrong. We talked about work, she asked about tech sales. I explained it poorly. She told me about dental school, how expensive it was, how she'd worked 2 jobs to pay for it. But now you're done, you've got the career. I've got a job, not really a career, but it's something. She refilled our glasses. We were halfway through the bottle now. My roommate's out tonight. She went to Barranquilla for the weekend, so it's just us. You have a roommate? Yeah, we split rent. This place would be impossible to afford alone. That detail mattered. Roommate. Rent. Normal life stuff. We talked about Cartagena, about Austin. She asked if I liked living in Texas. I said it was fine, but expensive. Everything's expensive now, she said. We finished the bottle. She asked if I wanted another glass. I said sure. She went to the kitchen, came back with a new bottle, already opened. I had this one in the fridge. She poured. This one tasted different, slightly bitter, but wine sometimes tastes like that. We kept talking about travel, about family. She said her mum lived in the suburbs. Her dad left when she was young. Typical story, but we're fine. My mum's strong. I noticed my words were coming slower, like there was a delay between thinking and speaking. You okay? She asked. Yeah, just that second glass hit different. We can switch to water. No, I'm good. I wasn't good. The room felt tilted. Just slightly. Like the floor wasn't level. She kept talking, I kept nodding. But I couldn't follow the thread anymore. Her words were sounds. Tyler, you look pale. I tried to stand. My legs didn't cooperate. I sat back down hard. Maybe I should get some air. Just sit for a second, I'll get you water. She left. Went to the kitchen. That's when I heard it. The front door opening. I turned my head. Took forever. Like moving through mud. A woman walked in. Younger than Leidy. Maybe 22. Tight jeans. Crop top. Looking right at me. He's awake, she said in Spanish. Leidy came back from the kitchen. No water. He's fine, just give it a minute. I tried to stand again. Couldn't. What's happening? Leidy sat down next to me, put her hand on my shoulder. Just relax, Tyler, you're okay, just breathe. The other woman sat on the chair across from us, pulled out her phone. That's when I saw him standing in the doorway. He was maybe 30. Jeans, black t-shirt, tattoos down both arms. He closed the door behind him, locked it. This him? He said in Spanish. Leidy nodded. I tried to say something. Ask what was happening, but my mouth wouldn't form the words properly. What? The guy walked over, stood in front of me, looked down. He's good, he said. Let's start. Start what? Leidy reached into my pocket, pulled out my phone. I watched her do it, couldn't stop her. My body wouldn't respond. Unlock it, she said. No. The word came out. Barely. Slurred. Tyler, unlock your phone. She held it up to my face. Face ID. It unlocked. I didn't want it to, but I couldn't look away. Couldn't close my eyes. She smiled, handed the phone to the other woman. Check everything. Bank, apps, Zelle, Venmo, Apple Pay, all of it. The other woman started swiping, tapping. I watched her fingers move across my screen. 2 bank accounts. Checking has about $11,000. Savings has $6,800. My savings. I've been building that for 2 years. Credit cards? Leidy asked. 3. Limits look good. One has about 8,000 available, other 2 are around 5 each. Perfect. The guy pulled a chair over, sat in front of me. Tyler, listen to me. We're going to move some money around. You're going to help us. Understand? I tried to shake my head. It barely moved. You need to stand up now. No. Stand up, Tyler. My legs moved. I stood. Didn't want to. But they told me to stand and I stood. This is what Scopolamine does. You're awake. You can hear everything. See everything. But you can't resist. Your body just obeys. Good, now we're going to go outside. You're going to walk with us. Nice and calm. Don't say anything to anyone. Just walk, okay? Okay. Why did I say okay? I didn't want to say okay. Leidy grabbed my arm. Gentle. Like we were a couple. Come on, puppy, let's go. We walked out of the apartment. Down the stairs. Out onto Calle de la Sierpe. It was almost 11 now. Saturday night. Getsemaní was packed. Tourists everywhere. Colombians selling arepa from carts. Music coming from bars. We walked past all of them. I wanted to scream. Wanted to run. Wanted to grab someone and tell them I was being robbed. But I just walked. Quiet. Compliant. We turned onto Calle del Guerrero. The guy walked ahead. The other woman behind. Leidy next to me. Holding my arm like we were together. There's one, the guy said. ATM, Bank Colombia. On the corner. Tyler, you're going to withdraw the maximum. Whatever it lets you take. Put the card in. I put the card in. Enter your PIN. I entered my PIN. 4 digits I'd memorised 10 years ago. My fingers just moved. The screen asked how much I wanted. Maximum withdrawal was 2 million pesos. About $500. Take 2 million, he said. I pressed 2 million. The machine made noises, spit out bills. The guy took them, counted them quickly, put them in his pocket. Next one. We walked 3 blocks, found another ATM. Da Vivienda this time. Same thing. Card in, PIN entered, 2 million pesos out. My checking account had about $4,000 left now. In pesos, that was maybe 16 million. He's got another card, the woman said. She was still holding my phone, looking through my wallet app. Good, use it. Third ATM, different card. 2 million more. Fourth ATM, back to the first card. It let me withdraw again. Some ATMs have daily limits. Some have limits per transaction. They knew which ones to use. We hit 6 ATMs total. Walked through Getsemaní and into Centro. I withdrew somewhere around 12 million pesos, about $3,000. Every ATM we passed people. Couples, families, police officers twice. I couldn't say anything. Couldn't signal. Just walked between them like we were friends out for the night. Checking account is almost dry, the woman said. Still got savings and credit cards. Let's go back to the apartment. Do the transfers there. We walked back. Same route. I was sweating. Not from heat. From whatever was in my system. My heart was racing, but my body felt heavy. Back in the apartment. They sat me on the couch. Leidy sat next to me, put her hand on my leg. You're doing great, Tyler, just a little more. The woman opened my banking app, started setting up transfers. I need you to verify this. Face ID. She held the phone up. I looked at it. It verified. Transfer pending. $6,800. From savings to checking. Now Zelle. She opened a Zelle. Started typing a phone number I didn't recognise. Send 2,000. It needs Face ID. I looked at the phone. It verified. $2,000. Sent. Again. Another Face ID. 2,000 more. Again. 2,000 more. 6,000 total. My savings account was empty now. Credit cards, the guy said. The woman opened Apple Pay, added one of my credit cards to her phone somehow, started making purchases. I watched her, buying things on Exito's website. Electronics, a laptop, headphones, a TV. She'd buy it. Select store pickup. Move to the next item. This one's maxed, she said after 10 minutes. $8,000. Gone. She switched to the second card. Same thing. Exito. Falabella. Another electronics site. 5,000 more. Third card. Same process. 4,000. Total damage so far. Somewhere around $28,000. In less than 3 hours. My head was clearing. I could think a little more, but my body still wouldn't cooperate. Is there more? The guy asked. The woman checked my phone. Scrolled through apps. Venmo has like 300. PayPal is linked, but he doesn't have a balance. Take the Venmo. She did. That's it. He's dry. The guy looked at me. You did good, Tyler. We're done. Leidy stood up. Went to the kitchen. Came back with a bottle of water. Drink this. She put the bottle to my lips. Tilted it. I drank. Didn't want to, but she told me to drink. So I drank. He's going to crash soon, the other woman said. Good, let him sleep it off. We'll dump him after. Dump me where? The room started spinning harder. Everything was blurry. Leidy's face, the guy's tattoos, the TV on the wall. I tried to stand, fell forward. The guy caught me. Easy, just relax. I couldn't relax, couldn't fight, couldn't do anything. Everything went dark. I woke up in a taxi. Engine running. Driver staring at me in the rearview mirror. "You okay, amigo?" My head felt like it was stuffed with broken glass. My mouth tasted like chemicals and metal. "Where am I?" "Boca Grande. You told me to bring you here. You already paid." "Boca Grande." Miles from Getsemaní. I looked at my hands. No phone. Checked my pockets. No wallet. No keys, no cards, nothing. "What time is it?" 6:30 in the morning. 6:30. I'd met Leidy at 9. 9.5 hours. Most of it gone. Some of it I remembered. The ATMs, the transfers. Watching them drain everything. But I couldn't stop them. Couldn't fight, just did what they said. "Can I borrow your phone?" He looked at me. Suspicious. "Please, I was robbed. I need to call my hotel." He handed me his phone. Ancient Samsung with a cracked screen. I called my hotel. Explained I'd been robbed. Lost my room key. Lost everything. They said they'd let me in if I had ID. I didn't have ID. "I'll come to the front desk, just... please, I need help." The driver took me back to the old city. Didn't charge me. Probably felt bad. I walked into my hotel. The morning clerk looked alarmed. "Sir, are you okay?" "I was drugged. Robbed. I need to get to my room." She checked my passport photo. Let me in. I went upstairs. Sat on the bed. Opened the hotel room safe. My passport was still there. Backup credit card I'd left behind. Some cash. At least they hadn't gotten into my room. But they'd gotten everything else. I needed to call my bank. Cancel cards. File a police report. I needed to figure out how much they'd actually taken. I needed to understand how they'd done this. But first I just sat there, staring at the wall, trying to remember, trying to forget. I'd walked to 6 ATMs, authorised 12 Zelle transfers, watched them buy $18,000 worth of electronics, and I couldn't stop any of it. That's what Scopolamine does. Makes you a puppet. And they played me perfectly. I borrowed the hotel phone, started making calls, first bank, checking account. I need to report fraudulent activity, multiple unauthorised withdrawals and transfers. The rep put me on hold, came back 3 minutes later. "Sir, I'm showing 6 ATM withdrawals between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. last night. Total of about $3,000 and multiple Zelle transfers. Were these not authorised?" "No, I was drugged. Robbed." "I understand, however, the withdrawals were made using your PIN and the transfers were verified with biometric authentication. Face ID. Because they drugged me, they made me do it." Silence on the other end. "Sir, I can file a dispute, but I need to be honest. When the PIN is used correctly and biometric verification is confirmed, these cases are very difficult to reverse. So I'm just out $3,000. I'll escalate it to our fraud department, but it may take 30 to 60 days and there's no guarantee." Called the second bank. Savings account. Same story. Transfers were verified with Face ID. PIN was entered correctly. Very difficult to prove fraud. "We see this sometimes in Colombia," the rep said. "Scopolamine. Devil's breath. The victims authorize everything while under the influence. Legally, it's complicated." Legally complicated. That's what $18,000 of my savings came down to. Credit cards were slightly better. 2 of the 3 companies flagged the Exito purchases as suspicious. Said they'd reverse them. That was maybe $12,000 back. Eventually. The third card said the purchases were verified with Apple Pay using my device's biometric data. Dispute denied. I was out at least $15,000. Maybe 18 depending on what the banks decided. I sat on the bed for an hour, just processing. Then I called the police. The Policía Nacional station was in Centro. 20-minute walk from my hotel. I showed up at 9 in the morning looking like hell. Explained what happened to the officer at the desk. He nodded the whole time. Didn't seem surprised. "Escopolamina," he said. "Happens all the time, especially in Getsemaní. Can you do anything?" He pulled out a form, started writing. "I'll file the report, but I need to be honest with you. These cases are very hard to solve. The people who do this are organised. They use fake names, fake addresses, fake profiles. By the time you wake up, they're gone. There must be security cameras. ATMs have cameras. The streets have cameras. Yes, we can try to pull footage. But it takes time. And even if we find them on camera, identifying them is difficult." He finished the report, handed me a copy. "Take this to your embassy. You'll need it for insurance claims. And keep calling your banks. Sometimes they reverse the charges after the police report." That's it. He looked at me. Not unkind, just tired. You're not the first person to come in here with this story. You won't be the last. I'm sorry. I left, walked back through Centro. Felt eyes on me. Every woman, every guy, everyone was a potential accomplice. I went back to Getsemaní that afternoon. Calle de la Sierpe. Found the yellow building. Rang the buzzer for apartment 3. No answer. Rang it again. Nothing. I waited. 20 minutes later, an older woman came out. I caught the door before it closed. Excuse me, do you know who lives in apartment 3? She looked at me funny. Nobody. That apartment's been empty for 2 months. The owner lives in Bogota. Rents it on Airbnb sometimes. A woman lives there, Leidy. Mid-20s, dental assistant. She shook her head. I've lived here 6 years. I know everyone in this building. No Leidy. I walked up to the 3rd floor anyway. Knocked on the door. A man answered. Maybe 60. Confused. Can I help you? I'm looking for the woman who lives here. I live here, just me. Have for 3 weeks. Airbnb rental. I pulled out my phone, showed him Leidy's Tinder profile. You've seen her? He looked closer, shook his head. Never seen her. Back at the hotel, I opened Tinder. Her profile was gone. Not blocked. Deleted. I'd screenshotted our messages before meeting her. Had her number. Called it. The number you have dialed is not in service. I checked the wine bottles, the ones she'd poured from. I'd kept the labels without thinking. Took photos of them. Googled the brand. Normal wine. Sold at every tienda in Cartagena. Nothing special. Nothing traceable. I opened my email. Started checking confirmations. Exito purchase confirmations. 18 items. Total value about $14,000. Electronics. All set for store pickup at different locations. Barranquilla, Cartagena, Santa Marta. Pickup names were all different. None of them Leidy. By Tuesday, 3 days after it happened, I'd pieced together the full damage. ATM withdrawals, $3,000. Zelle transfers, $6,000. Exito purchases, $14,000. Smaller stuff Venmo, random apps, $500. Total, $23,500. The banks reversed about $8,000 after I sent them the police report. Credit card companies reversed another $6,000. I was still out about $9,500 that I'd never see again. But the real number was higher. Plane ticket home I had to change. Week of vacation I couldn't enjoy. Hotel nights I paid for but didn't use. ATM fees. International transaction fees. Cash advance fees on the credit cards. Call it $12,000 all in. The US consulate was helpful but honest. This is common in coastal cities. Cartagena, Barranquilla, Santa Marta. The Scopolamine scams are organised, usually 3 to 5 people working together. They target solo travellers, especially men. Dating apps are the main method. Can't you do anything? We can work with local police, but Colombian law enforcement is overwhelmed. These cases rarely result in arrests. Even when they do, the penalties are light. The criminals are back out in weeks. She handed me pamphlets, safety information, warning sheets about scopolamine. I wish we could do more, but the best we can do is warn people before it happens. I flew home Thursday, 4 days early. Couldn't stay in Cartagena anymore. Every woman I saw could have been part of it. Every friendly conversation felt like a setup. Took me 8 months to fully recover financially. The banks eventually reversed another $2,000 after escalating the dispute. Insurance covered nothing. Travel insurance doesn't cover being drugged. I think about it a lot. The apartment, the wine, Leidy's face. How normal it all felt. The guy at the consulate said they target solo travellers. Men who look like they have money. Men who are lonely. Men who want to believe a beautiful woman is genuinely interested. That was me. I wanted to believe Leidy was real. Wanted to believe I'd met someone interesting who actually liked me. And they knew that. The Tinder profile, the conversation, the normal apartment, the roommate story. Every detail was designed to make me comfortable, make me trust her. Even the other people showing up. That was calculated. By the time I realised what was happening, I was already drugged. Already compliant. The police told me they get 5 to 10 reports like mine every month, just in Cartagena. Most victims are too embarrassed to report it, so the real number is probably higher. I'm telling you this because I thought I was smart. Thought I knew the scams. Thought I could spot a trap. One drink. That's all it took. If you're in Colombia, if someone you just met invites you to their apartment, if they pour you a drink you didn't see them open, if anything feels even slightly off, leave. Don't be polite. Because once you take that drink, you're not in control anymore. And by the time you wake up, everything you have is gone. That's my story. Hope it saves someone from making the same mistake. I still use dating apps, still travel, but I'll never accept a drink I didn't watch being poured. And I'll never go to someone's place on the first meeting. Not in Colombia. Not anywhere. Trust got me robbed. Don't let it happen to you. Thanks, Tyler, for sharing that. What an ordeal. This is my Colombia stories. Thanks for listening.